Okay, here we go. And it's now time for week 3 of SmackDown GM mode. Of course, SmackDown GM mode not all connected to SmackDown Universe mode with Raw New Star Universe mode. Anyway, immediately kick things off. Well, to kick off Velocity, my initial plan, well, of course, for GM mode, I don't really act all excited. I don't act like, I'm a commentator. I just really say what I'm gonna do. I treat it like a game. Unlike for Universe mode, I treat it like real life and like I'm a commentator in real life. So for GM mode, I won't be saying, "Oh, Batista, why is he attacking John Cena again?" Stuff like that. Because you guys already know my initial plan. I just do this to sub heat and the sub for a potential rivalry between Batista and John Cena. So, what we're going to try to do here is try to put Cena. He put himself through a table, but we're going to put him through the other table, luckily with a Batista bomb, which we have right now. And Cena did not fall through it. We're going to try this again, see if I can do it. Still got the chair in our hands, and bingo! Batista with the Batista bomb to John Cena through the table. Exactly what we need to sub heat. Just throw a chair at Cena, and we're gonna get out of here. So that's how we kick things off for Velocity. Now we move on to the 2 simulated matchups, and then of course we go on to the regular SmackDown show. As we're gonna kick things off here in Velocity with Matt Hardy versus the Hurricanes. So of course we're gonna simulate this one. Then we're gonna simulate the next matchup. Then after that, we're going to kick things off with SmackDown. Now, since back then the rules discretionary, so like I'm basing this off of like 2003, 2004, 2005 type of stuff. So, for preview order, Backlash for Raw, they'll have theirs at week 4, after week 4. Anyway, we're going to simulate this. Matt Hardy wins. So, yep, that's a good thing. We want Matt Hardy to win so he could potentially get a Cruiserweight title shot or just any other mid-card title shot like the United States title or the European Championship. So, that's good. Anyway, like I was saying, so Backlash, they'll go after week 4. This is based off of course, the first pay-per-views after WrestleMania and stuff. So, I completely forgot what I was going to say. So, for week 4, after week 4, Raw's going to have Backlash. Then, after week 5, since Backlash and Judgment Day aren't at the same time, then we're going to have, Raw, they're going to have Backlash first after week 4. And then we're going to make Judgment Day happen after week 5. So, then we got 5 episodes of SmackDown try sub for rivalry, storylines, championship matches. We sub for most of those. Now, Rey Mysterio versus Scotty. And I just wanted to do that just to see if Mysterio will land that spin heel kick onto Scotty. Anyway, simulate this, and Scotty, he surprisingly wins that matchup. Okay, so I guess it's kind of good since, of course, Chris Benoit and Rey Mysterio, they won a contenders tag team matchup on week 1 of SmackDown GM mode, and the automatic SmackDown, the Dudley tag team champions, I should say, were Scotty and Rikishi, which I set them up like that. So that's good. And so now, as we move on to SmackDown's show, of course, Velocity, just before SmackDown, stuff like that too. Give to people who don't usually have screen time on SmackDown, make them have screen time on Velocity, or just put up more mid-card matches, I guess. Anyway, Eddie Guerrero versus A-Train, and Guerrero, he wins that matchup 3.7 rated match. So that was pretty good. A-Train, of course, part of Big Show and A-Train tag team. Eddie Guerrero, of course, part of the Los Guerreros tag team with his nephew Chavo Guerrero. So that's that. Next matchup, Rikishi versus Chris Benoit. Of course, we had Rikishi's tag team partner, Scotty, which is, they are both together, the SmackDown. Well, no, not SmackDown, not SmackDown tag team champions, but the WWE tag team champions. Since Raw had the Raw tag titles called the War tag titles, and then SmackDown had their SmackDown tag titles called the WWE tag titles. So that was that. And Chris Benoit, of course, is Rey Mysterio's tag team partner. Mysterio and Benoit, they will face off against Rikishi and Scotty for tag titles at the Judgment Day pay-per-view. So just gonna see which one has more momentum with the 1-on-1 matches, as Benoit pulls off a 3.3 rated matchup against Rikishi. Scotty defeats Rey Mysterio. Chris Benoit defeats Rikishi. I guess that's good because we make one member team look stronger than the other for each of them. So that's good. And we move on over to tag team action. The Dudley Boys versus Owen Hart and Jim Neidhart. I don't believe I had Jim Neidhart. shown in this GM mode yet, nor have I made the Dudley Boys have an appearance yet. But I believe Owen Hart, he did have an appearance on Velocity, in which I think he defeated Randy Orton. I think Owen Hart defeated Randy Orton on Velocity in week 2 of SmackDown GM mode, which was last episode. Anyway, that was that. So Dudley Boys or the Hart Foundation. Dudley Boys 2.3 rated matchup. Okay. So for Hart Foundation, we got Jim the Anvil, Neidheart. We got Owen Hart, Bret Hart, and the British Bulldog. So we got the whole Hart Foundation there. So that's good. Anyway, now fourth matchup. This one's like gonna be exciting. Triple threat number one contenders matchup for Diamond Dallas Page's European Championship. Bret Hart versus Booker T versus William Regal. We are going to simulate this one as well. And then the next matchup, which is the fifth matchup, the last matchup before the main event. Since it's sort of special, we're going to play that matchup. Then the main event, we're going to watch it. So for Velocity, we sim everything for Velocity. Sometimes we probably might not sim stuff for Velocity, I'm not fully sure. And then everything else we sim on SmackDown. And then for one match we play. Then for the other match we watch. And then that's how GM mode basically goes. Unless if I just want to change it around a little bit, like watch all it. But for previews, we are going to do every matchup. Well, watch it or either play it. I don't know. For some matches play, for some matches watch. And no one wins that one. And okay, Booker T, he wins that one. My bad, I had a blank moment. So Booker T, he wins that matchup. He's number one contender. 2.9 rated matchup for that triple threat. Booker T, he defeats Bret Hart and William Regal. He is going to face off against Diamond Dallas Page for the European Championship at the Judgment Day pay-per-view. I was kind of hoping for Regal or Hart mostly. Mostly Regal. Because I guess it makes more sense since Regal is actually, more noticeable with the European Championship. But Booker T with the European Championship, I actually find that kind of interesting. So we shall see. Anyway, for this one, Krangle versus Test. This is Test's debut into his GM mode, I think. Or this probably might be his second matchup. He probably might have had a match in Velocity or in regular episode SmackDown, I'm not fully sure. Anyway, Krangle, he is, of course, the World Champion. He won the title in the Fatal 4-Way matchup on SmackDown Week 1, which we watched, and it was between Krangle, Randy Orton, Undertaker, and The Rock, in which Angle pinned Randy Orton off of the double team suplex from The Rock and Undertaker. Then in Week 2, we had a 1-1 matchup between The Rock and Taker. I believe Undertaker defeated The Rock, and then later on tonight in the main event, we're going to have Randy Orton versus The Rock, which is going to be the next matchup after this. So, Test vs. Krangle, this is a non-title matchup. Hopefully, we can make Test win here, multiple elbows. We're just going to try to see if we can, try to destroy Test. This is on hard difficulty. This is not on very hard difficulty, but this is on hard difficulty. So far, it doesn't feel like it. Test is kind of easy so far. Anyway, have now baby suplex. I got an idea. Multiple. Let's do multiple baby suplexes. That's a second one. A triple one, probably? No. Moonsault, let's go. And we missed it. That's great. Fine, hurry and try again. Never mind. Baby suplex again. Nailed it. And lariat. Drop kick. Bingo. Try to take him down. So, take down. This is actually pretty easy so far. Double hook suplex. Test it down. Moonsault. Boom. Vintage moonsault. Have Test up. And the angle slam. Bingo. 1, 2, 3. Play somebody that's a 3 count. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Test kicked out the last second, but where? So Angle, he squashes Test. Surprisingly, that was on hard difficulty, but that was actually surprisingly easy. I guess I'm good as Krangle. I don't know. Anyway, so the trick to it is just you gotta be fast. You just gotta be fast when you do your moves. Probably spam a couple of them if you could. Anyway, John Cena promo up next. That's it. I'm sick of all of this. Batista, you want to keep attacking me behind my back? Then how about this? Yada 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 yada. You guys curious to read the rest? I'm too lazy. So anyway, yeah, I got tired of reading. To be fair, I just got tired of reading all the time. Anyway, so that's supposed to was a John Cena promo challenging Batista, so we can have John Cena versus Batista at the Judgment Day pay-per-view, which is my initial plan, and so let's see if Batista accepts it. We shall figure that out on SmackDown GMO the week 4, and so which will probably be after another episode of Humorous Mode. Not fully sure on that, But yeah, it's where. So can the Jets make the playoffs? That'd be cool. I'm a Jets fan, so of course that'd be cool to see if Jets can make the playoffs. Anyway, off the football conversation now. So Randy Orton and The Rock, we're gonna watch this matchup. Vintage Orton by Orton immediately kicked things off. And so The Rock, you can tell he immediately got taken off his feet. He got dazed from that one, say least. He definitely got surprised. Randy Orton literally pulled a nowhere and about nail power slam. But The Rock counters with a power bomb. Orton and Rock had a back and forth contest so far. Even though we're only a couple seconds into the matchup, Orton about doing our kill there. That would have been cool. So this is the main event. This is not no contenders matchup, but since we're gonna have like the World Heavyweight title based off of these four men: Randy Orton, The Rock, Undertaker, and Kurt Angle, since they were in the F4 and stuff like that. We are gonna make the Undertaker have a matchup next week. We made him have a matchup on week 2 against The Rock, in which made The Rock tap out to a headlock that transitioned very quickly into a crossface. That was a lackluster ending, but it was a pretty good matchup altogether. But it was a horrible ending. To be fair, I did not like the ending at all. So, okay, main event right here. And then for SmackDown week 4. Since velocity is not all that important, we're just going to quickly go by the velocity match card for week 4 of SmackDown Jam Mode. Because not to mention, we also got week 5 of SmackDown Jam Mode. I already have everything booked. I already know the ideas of what I want to do. I already got the match card and stuff like that for velocity and SmackDown for week 4 and then week 5. And then Judgment Day. I need to write down the match card from that. Since stuff like that. Yeah. I already got everything down, and I already got storyline. For SmackDown Week 4 of GM Mode, which can probably be the next episode. Which probably gonna be the next video I upload. I'm gonna probably upload 2 or 3 episodes of GM Mode in a row, and then go back to the Humorous Mode episodes. The Raws, the Studies, the Smackdowns, the Superstars, the Raw, SmackDown, and the Studies pre-shows, which do not have a show name yet, but they will begin once Raw Week 10 starts. So before Raw Week 10, there'll be the pre-show, and I'll have the Raw pre-show name or a show name that I choose. So that'd be cool. So I can have probably 2 or 3 matches. Yeah. So stuff like that. Anyway, that's Humorous Mode. So Judgment Day card. Here's your Judgment Day card so far, since I really don't want to treat this like Humorous Mode. Usually on Humorous Mode, I call the action and pretend like I'm a real life Dudley commentator and act all surprised, and I actually act with emotion. For GM Mode, I am the booker. Well, I'm the booker for everything. I booked the matches on Humorous Mode as well. So, anyway, for GM Mode, treat like SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, 2007, or 2008 GM Mode, where you don't really have to treat like Humorous Mode and act really all that surprised and all about the action that much and stuff like that. Anyway. So, here's your Judgment Day cards so far. I'm trying not to spoil. I'm going to hopefully not spoil the other 2 matches that have not been announced for Judgment Day yet, but they are going to be known for on SmackDown GM Mode Week 4. So anyway, we're going to have something for that and that. Okay, anyway, Judgment Day cards so far. We got Rey Mysterio and Chris Benoit challenging for the WWE Tag Team titles. Of course, Scotty and Rikishi. They are champions. Rey Mysterio and Chris Benoit. They won the contenders match on week 1 against Los Guerreros to become the contenders. United States Championship Christian versus JBL. Christian defense title against JBL. JBL, he defeated Christian in the non-title match in week 1, and then in week 2, JBL faced off against Hardcore Holly, in which week 1, Hardcore Holly, he defeated A-Train in a simulated matchup. I played the JBL versus Christian matchup, in which I made JBL win. And then JBL defeated Hardcore Holly in a number of contenders matchup for the United States Championship on SmackDown GM Mode Week 2. So that's that. We had Steven Richards defeat the Hurricane in a number of contenders matchup for the Cruiserweight Championship on Week 1. That was simulated. Steven Richards, he defeated the Hurricane. He'll face off against Billy Kidman for the Cruiserweight Championship at the Judgment Day pay-per-view once we do it. John Cena versus Batista, that will be a hardcore match, like what John Cena said in the promo. But of course, that would actually happen if Batista does accept it, so not gonna spoil that for you. If Batista accepts it, then yes. If Batista doesn't accept it, then we could probably put Cena for something else on Judgment Day card, or just not put him in the card at all. We don't know. The only way for Batista to be on the card, along with the only way for Cena to be on the card, is if Batista actually answers the open challenge set from John Cena, since Batista is basically attacking Cena a whole lot. On week 1 and week 3, he didn't do none on week 2, because I actually didn't really want to make Batista do anything in week 2. And European Championship, well, that's not decided. Diamond Page, he's going to defend his European title against Booker T at the pay-per-view. We got 2 more matches, in which I already know are the results of. No, for one of them I don't know, but I know that we're going to have a certain match for that. And then another matchup that I already have set up. Those 2 are not going to be announced here. They will be announced on week 4 once we actually, set it up for everything, and then you guys will know, because it will all make sense once you glue all the pieces together. Anyway, both men on the outside ring, The Rock transitioning into a chin lock onto Randy Orton as The Rock. He now has momentum in this matchup. So far, a 4.1, 4.2 type rated matchup. Orton, he gets inside the ring. He now gets inside the ring at count of 6, that was, I believe. And now Orton has him up, powerbomb. Apex Predator, legendary Randy Orton, multiple stomps as well. Vintage Orton stomps right there, same like in real life. And that one actually was almost that would have been cool if Orton won like that. I actually would have liked that. Now Orton off the top rope misses the clothesline. The Rock had that one tracked out. Sidestepped at that. Off the ropes goes Orton into a spine buster, but that will be a rope break for The Rock. And now Orton trying to get the upper hand here on Rocky Boy. Did I really just say that? Alright, so for this one, Orton, of course, he's a heel. Kringle, he's a heel. Undertaker, he's a face. The Rock is a face. Stuff like that. So now, Orton about to do some kicks to the groin. We all know The Rock won't want that. And so, simple kick to Orton onto the ring apron. And now here comes Randy Orton, nails the suplex. The Rock goes back inside the ring. And Rocky, he's not looking so good here. He's limping a little bit. Rock has him. Nice neck breaker a couple moments ago. 3.8 rated matchup. Of course, this match has now slumped down in the star ratings. Since it's on exhibition mode, it doesn't really matter. Since, it's not the booking career mode. So it doesn't really matter. But, we're going to still treat the star ratings like it means something at least. For the pay-per-view star ratings, it's definitely going to mean something. Because for the pay-per-view, I'm actually going to show what Raw did. And I do some custom for the rest of the superstars that we did not draft based off of the era, the discretion era. Then we make Raw have those rest of the superstars. Some of the discretion era ones, and then, some legends that I decided to bring back in. Like the Hart Foundation and Mr. Perfect, who are here on SmackDown, for example. Also along with The Rock as well. But The Rock was based out upon the discretion era. So, that's that. Here we now. The Rock, he's going to miss that spin punch or lariat. I think he has a chance to fully see it. Orton, he gets sent off the top rope. I legit blank at the same time when The Rock tried to strike. So I wasn't sure if it was a lariat or if it was a spin punch. I legit blank at the same time. Mobile kicks to going 3, 4. And the 5th one by Orton. 5 kicks to a groin to The Rock. Nails that catapult. The Rock not doing so well here. Orton, he's actually winning this matchup. Spin punch by The Rock. Nails it. And The Rock shifts the momentum to his side in favor. Never mind. Orton does the same thing right there. Rock does it again. Oh my god. Back and forth action here. 3.5 rated matchup. Orton nails the vintage Orton onto The Rock. The Rock no-selling that. The Rock just no-sold that. Mobile kicks to the groin. He's definitely going to have to sell this. 4. And another 5th one. And 6th one. 7th. Wow, match was 10 there. Wow. And Orton, he blocked that spin punch with ease. Wow. So Orton, he's on the roll here. The Rock going to have to try to shift the advantage. The Rock trying to think, what else can he do? Try to pull away Randy Orton. That could actually, work here. Gonna have to try to pull out the Rock bottom here. And now he's gonna answer back Orton, but this time with some stomps to the groin, 4 to be exact. He missed the elbow drop. Crucial point in the moment for the Rock as Orton drills him down. And Orton, well, he almost had him. So the Rock, he's gonna shift the momentum now. Simple stomp. Has him the half leg crab by the Rock. 2, Randy Orton. Can this one be it? Imagine if it is. Trying to break apart the leg, trying to just bend the knee across. And ladies and gentlemen, Randy Orton actually tapped out to the half leg crab. And so The Rock, he wins that matchup here in the main event of GM mode. SmackDown GM mode, week 3, based off the discretionary. That was 3.8 rated matchup, so, that was that, I guess. So, let's see. That was the highest rated matchup of the night as well. The lowest rated matchup was, the highest rated matchup was Matt Hardy versus the Hurricane. That was That was 4.0. That was rated 4.0, so that was 4 stars exactly. But that's velocity, doesn't count. Now that's the 3.7 rating for Scotty versus Rey Mysterio velocity count. So 3.8 rated for Randy Orton versus Rock, that counts. 2.3 rated for Dudley versus Owen Hart and Jim, neidheart, that one counts. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of SmackDown J Mode, as we are now focusing on a black screen. And thank you guys for watching this episode. This was week 3 of SmackDown J Mode. We still got week 4, then we got week 5, and then after that on week 4, which is gonna be the next episode of Universe Mode. After we do our SmackDown show, we're gonna check to see what Raw did, and I'll just simulate all the matches. I'll do a random match card and stuff like that, since I don't know what I'm gonna plan to do for Raw. It's like I'm controlling Raw, but I'm not controlling Raw. I'll figure it out. So thank you guys for watching this episode of J Mode. Next episode will be SmackDown J Mode episode week 4. Universe Mode will probably not come out until the Judgment Day pay-per-view, which will probably be uploaded. So basically, Universe Mode will probably come out tomorrow, since I got nothing else to do ever. Or Universe Mode will probably be another episode of Universe Mode will probably come out in 2 days. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and bye.